Decadence. Decadence 2024.
All right, welcome in, coming at you live from Decadence, Arizona. This is Rob. I am here with Moon Landing, and we are here to celebrate this young kid taking over the house music scene. He is out of the Philippines and now is based in LA. This is GUDFELLA. How we doing?
Hey man, I'm good. That's a nice intro. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I mean, it speaks for itself. You know, you're out here killing it.
Oh,
so.
Thanks, man. I appreciate. I'm trying every time. You know, all you can do is try.
Yeah.
I'm trying hard. So.
So your family's out of the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
You're based in LA now, but
Yes.
you say that you're out of San Diego.
Yeah.
Right? Tell us a little bit about that, right?
So,
That's where you got your start?
Yeah, it's just like I moved a lot, so it was like honestly growing up, especially like not discovering house music in my hometown. I wasn't really into it until college, which was in San Diego. So that's why I say GUDFELLA's based there, because he is like
right.
like GUDFELLA, the brand, is based in San Diego, but me, I'm from the Philippines. I used to live in Orange County with my parents who live there now.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know, just awesome. trying to do good.
So how do you feel like San Diego kind of molded your career then, right? Because that's where you got your start.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the place I fell in love with, like electronic music. You know, I went to a bunch of the events in like Petco Park and like Cross and stuff, and that's really where I like started listening and started really getting engaged into the scene. And like San Diego really, like, you know, like that sound that's out there is like what I want to be eventually.
Yeah, I mean, San Diego is very well known for its house and its tech.
Oh yeah.
So it definitely has like a certain type of air to it. And you're trying to embody that, I guess, and also maybe make some waves though, right?
Yeah,
changing up a little bit.
Of course. I love the classic sounds. I use a lot of the classic like roll-in rave sounds in my stuff, but I definitely want to put my own spin on it through songwriting and sound design and stuff like that. I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, it's a process. I mean, it takes a lot of time.
Takes a minute, man. Yeah. Takes a minute.
So coming from San Diego then, I know that you've had a lot of stuff going on with hood politics recently.
Oh yeah.
Is that because you're out of San Diego and Susan's out there, or?
Funny story how I met Susan. So like I thought, so back in the day when we were in college, like hood politics was like the thing, and like Susan was the guy. So like I always knew him as like the guy that you want to release with if you're making that. Yeah. Fast forward 2-3 years, I started making house music. I actually started in a different genre.
Okay.
And first session I got with Susan, I was like scared because I was like, dude, I like know hood politics. Like I've been, like I started listening to this like this is what got me into the genre. And I'm making music with the guy, and like he's just like an electric human being. That guy. It's so it's so good to have people like Sue in my corner and just like cheering me on. He's been around for a minute, so it's just like it's nice to have his insight and to have his wisdom, and to like I consider him a mentor, so it's just awesome. I'm very thankful for that guy.
To learn from the people that have been doing it for a while, right?
Yeah.
And you got to see him.
Oh yeah.
Right? During that come up, like becoming that person.
Of course. I was a fan of Susan since his like Repopulate Mars days. You know, like back when he was doing all that, like even the stuff with John Summit. Like he, like a lot of people don't know, but like Sue was one of the first people to put Summit on. So he's like one of those guys that just like gives back so much to the community and invests so much into like his people. And like I like people like that in the music industry is just so nice to me, and so nice to call him my friend, man. I love that guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I definitely have seen a lot of that. You know, the way that hood politics kind of they have a lot of people releasing on their label, and a lot of very cool, very different music. You know? So
totally.
to kind of prop up different parts of the house scene and everything.
It's very cool. It's very cool. Yeah.
So I did see you did an interview with Sherman the Booth recently.
I did.
Right?
Oh, I love Sherman, my Chicago homie.
You guys were talking about your release with Tiësto, right? The Rule of the World.
Yeah.
And the Tears for Fears and all that, right? And about how that whole process went down, right?
Yeah.
Because that sounded like it was a whole ordeal. You couldn't get it cleared. You know, it took a while, and Tiësto got involved, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about like what you learned about the industry and like the process that goes into, you know, clearing stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, thing I know for sure is that takes a lot of time,
Yeah.
and it takes a lot of people that have to be on the same page. And like we got it cleared in about 3 months, and that's like really fast for something like that. Like you have people that haven't cleared songs in years type thing. So I'm very fortunate that Tiësto was able to help out with that. Obviously, he's like a legend. So
Yeah.
if
anyone's gonna do
if anyone's gonna do it, it would be him, and he did. So he, like, you know, we could have had nothing out of it, and like having a song with Tiësto, and just having him also in my corner, just like hanging and like giving me encouragement. I'm very thankful for that, man. Like it's like
to have that kind of support.
yeah. Honestly, I'm just kind of thinking about it now. I'm like, wow, like that's like Tiësto's playing
Like,
the Sphere
whoa.
this weekend. You know, like that guy's.
Yeah.
Love you, dude. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Woo.
I love that. Gotta have the fans out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arizona's nice, man. The people out here are so great and like so welcoming and like, yeah. I just like, I
I'm glad
love
you're
watching.
feeling the love.
Yeah, I'm glad. I played Almost Famous my first time, so this is only my second time
sweet.
playing. Yeah. And even like that club is small, but like the people, like they know what they want.
Oh
It's like,
yeah, the energy in there is electric.
Oh yeah, it's great. I love that place. It's awesome.
Sweet,
It's
man.
awesome.
Yeah. Well, so we talked about, you know, Rule the World. That's like on one side of the spectrum, right? When it
Yes.
comes to releases, that's like you've got Tiësto, you've got Tears for Fears, you've got NIIKO and SWAE, right?
Yes.
But when we look at the other side, right? Because like where a lot of, I think, artists kind of shine or make their name nowadays, right, is coming up through SoundCloud doing remixes
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like that, right?
Of course.
So I know you made a pretty big mark doing that. So tell me a little bit about what you think that does for young artists and
Yeah.
just careers
Yeah.
as you develop.
Well, hey, I think people say the SoundCloud golden age was like 2013 through 2016. I think it's now. And like SoundCloud as a platform is just like being able to release stuff for free and just being able to post whatever you want, like not really having to worry about clearing stuff.
Yeah.
Like as a beginning artist, like that's how anybody really has to start, you know? It's just
Yeah.
like the social media. Like at the end of the day, it's a social media platform
Yeah.
just focused on music, but anything could end up on the SoundCloud charts or like the
Yeah.
viral things. And like DJs, even the biggest DJs are still on SoundCloud downloading rips. So it's like, you know, if you want to start somewhere, start by like making remixes or originals, whatever you want to do. Just post it for free, you know?
Yeah.
It's free, it's easy, low stress, and like having that control over your stuff is just
Yeah.
like nice.
Well, yeah, and it kind of like speaks back, I guess, to the core of the industry and making music,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like it's all about creating an emotion, and a lot of times when you got a remix, you're dealing with an emotion that people already have,
Totally.
right?
Totally.
And taking your spin on it.
Like a lot of people listen to songs you remix and it's like a very dear song to them. So you kind of got to like make sure that they keep the same energy with like
yeah.
your little rework, you know?
Or maybe mold it a little bit. to
Exactly,
what you want out of
exactly.
it.
Yeah, I played that Daft Punk one during the set. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah.
But I was having a lot of trouble with that big bass line because like I wanted to keep it in because that is the song.
Yeah.
You know, but it was just, you know, I had to make it dancey and I had to make it clubby, but I think it worked
You
out.
had to switch it up. Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounded great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and people were out there jamming.
I'm glad. It makes me happy seeing people enjoy the music, you know.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about some more recent stuff that you've had going on. I mean, so lately you've done a lot with Disco Lines.
Oh,
right?
of course.
I mean, you
course.
had Two Hearts, right, and then Back to You recently. So tell me about that process. How did you guys come together? Like, how's that working together been?
Yeah. So I mean, we met when like maybe a year out from maybe a few months out from graduating type thing. He was still doing his coding job, and I'd also just graduated. And we were kind of in the same spot in life. So like we just graduated, we just moved to LA, we both make music. And our friend, shout out Kate, Chloe, she also DJs, but she plugged us too. She's like, hey, you guys are both DJs and you guys both make music, you guys both moved to LA, you guys should be friends. And we're like, okay.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we become friends.
Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And then we hang out and then we start making some music, and it turns out we have some pretty good synergy together.
Yeah.
You know, we're writing some stuff for him. He's writing some stuff for me. We also just collab a lot, so you know, we have a lot of fun with it, man. It's like
Good.
it's cool. It's cool to have a best friend that's like also in the game and could also give me a lot of advice and just be there. And
You
like,
can bounce off
obviously
each other.
that kid's a rock star. So like I get a lot of my advice from him, just navigating through the whole thing, because it is a whole thing. But yeah, no, very thankful to have him in my life, man.
That's
He's
really cool.
Yeah.
It's great to have. So, like, you know, we talked about, right, DJ Susan, then we talked about disco lines now. Like, it's cool to have people in your life. I can imagine that, you know, somebody that you can look up to as a mentor, right? And then also somebody kind of like at your age and like that is doing what you're doing, and somebody else that you can kind of bounce off of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it must be nice to like have like different kinds of people in your life that can kind of help you.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, like the music stuff is just like it can overwhelm people like very easily. Like at the end of the day, you're fighting for attention of people, and your art is out there for people to judge.
Yeah.
So just having people with steady heads and like having people who have done everything before just there to give me advice, it's just like it's a big blessing. And I think it is, and I think I encourage like everybody doing a creative thing to just like find someone better than you, you know? Find someone doing better than how you're doing right now and just be like, hey, like, you know.
Someone to push you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like Thad pushes me every day. Like I push him every day. Yeah. We have a group chat. Shout out the Sound Boys. Like we send each other. It's like the group chat where we send all of our IDs and like yeah, you know,
Must
it's just like
fun chat.
Yeah, oh
A
yeah.
lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, no, love the boys in there. They're all doing their New Year's things too. So love you, Sound Boys.
Sweet.
Shout out, guys.
Sound Boys.
Yeah.
Hey, you've had a busy year.
Yeah.
I mean, you started off with Countdown, right? You did Project Glow, Lollapalooza, Hard Summer. Now you're at Decadence.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me about just going through this really busy year for you. It kind of skyrocketed.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I think I could consider this year my first full year of like touring, of being like a touring act, because I still had like a full-time job last year, you know.
And congrats on moving
thanks,
on.
man. It's nice. It's nice. But man, like I don't know. It's sometimes I do feel like tired, but it's like a good kind of tired, you know. Like I'm very thankful to be busy, and I'm very thankful to be where I'm at, and I'm thankful that people come out, listen to my music, and buy tickets to come see me. So every day I get to do this for a living is just like the best day ever. So I mean, I can't wait to do it again. You know?
Heck yeah! It's
1 year.
Fun. It's fulfilling, right?
It's very fulfilling. It's very fulfilling.
Heck yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a busy year, and you know, you talked about also the rise of like the commercialization of house music a little bit, and how that kind of benefits you. Yeah. Right. And just really like a lot of the guys in the scene right now are putting out some great music, and there's so many people that are really like doing great that I think the crowds are also responding to it, right?
Oh yeah, totally. House music. The cool thing about house music being how big it is today is that it was also that big in the 80s, and it will keep being that big.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
just
like house music,
more eyeballs, I guess.
Yeah, like how, like types. You know, like a lot of people who are first being brought into EDM are being brought into house music, which is great because I was brought into like future bass. I was brought into like Louis the Child and like Madeon, Porter Robinson, and all them. So it's cool. Like kids are starting off on like the right foot with the house stuff, you know. I'm really happy about it.
You started off on the wrong foot.
Oh, I definitely did it
over there too. You know?
Oh, I didn't start off on the wrong foot. It was just like it took me a while to figure out what I really wanted to make. I think.
Yeah, and really find your sound.
Yeah, totally.
100%. Well, so on that same note, like, where do you see house music going in 2025?
I mean, Afro house is huge right now. I think people are really, really liking like the more international sounds. If you look at artists like Carlita or like the Brazilians that are going off right now, Beltron and like
Beltron's good.
Roddy Lima, all those guys, like people are really appreciating like African, South American, you know, like sounds, drums, and samples and that. I think we just go more exotic, and I think we do like more stuff from like Asia, and then just I don't know. But like music is just very global right now, so it's like
absolutely.
It's at a very cool
Afro
spot.
house and Latin house have definitely been popping a lot lately.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, I'm from Miami originally.
Oh my God, love that place.
Like over there, the Latin house. I mean, the minimal right now.
Of course.
The minimal scene is going crazy.
Oh, like Floyd, even like Floyd when Space was closed, right? That was the place.
Yeah, it was still
yeah,
popping.
and it was popping. Like the same people that filled Space out also went to Floyd every time it threw. So it was like fire. It was cool, man. Yeah, Miami's great. I'm actually going there shortly for Groove Cruise, so we're gonna spend a couple days there. But yeah, no, like that's cool, man. Yeah, house is just like
it's on the up.
It's
that's
on the
for
up,
sure.
and more people are finding out about it every day, which I love about it. You know,
which is a blessing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And my parents love it too. Like I love raving with my parents. You know, like yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of been doing that a little bit too, playing a little house music for my parents and trying to see what, you know, a little Latin house, and they get their grooves in.
Oh yeah, totally, totally.
Yeah, how's your family's like support on everything?
They're the biggest supporters. Yeah, basically everything in California, they'll ask me for tickets, and I'll give it. They're the first people on my guest list, of course. But I think the next show. Oh, actually, I don't think I can say that yet. But the next show they're coming to is. A big one. It's a big one.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we got a new year coming in, right? So you know I gotta ask you.
Of course.
The question: you got any resolutions coming in this year?
Of course, man. Of course. I think I just want to take like my fitness a little bit more seriously because I had my phases this year, but just the travel. I was just new to traveling this much, so obviously it was super hard to keep track of. Going to the gym every day, but I do want to do like a routine. I want to eat healthier. I just want to be on my phone less.
That's
because
a good one.
I tried that, you know, over the break just with my parents, and like it's crazy how clear your head is without
so much more.
You know,
you fog your brain up a
exactly.
little bit.
It's a lot of rot on the TikTok.
Yeah, a lot of rot.
But yeah, just be more present. Okay. Spend more time with. Friends and family, and keep doing the thing, you know, keep working hard, keep making music, keep meeting people all over the world and just like connecting with more people is the goal.
Good. I love that.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, tell me a little bit about like what you have coming in this new year. I mean, what kind of things can we look for? I know there's probably some things that you can't exactly talk about, but little hints here and there, what you got coming up?
Totally. Well, so we do have a lot of shows this year. Some of them, I would say, are some of the biggest shows that I've done so far, so I'm excited for that. Right. You guys will find out about that soon.
Okay.
My first single is dropping in late January, and you guys will also hear more about that soon. And we do have an EP, a project on the horizon, so that should be coming out around May. So I'm really looking forward to showing you guys more of my stuff, meeting more people, and I don't know. I'm excited to keep it rolling.
We're excited for what's in store, man.
Thanks, man.
A lot of good stuff coming, definitely.
I appreciate you guys for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you for being here. One last thing, we like to practice gratitude here on Moonlanding. I know you talked a little bit about some gratitude,
yes.
So tell me something very specific that you are thankful for in this year.
I'm thankful for my village, my pack, the people I get to do this with every day, and like go into the trenches with. Are some of the best people in the world, and it's it's good to have like my manager is like one of my best friends. Both of them are, so that's pretty cool. I'm really stoked about the whole family aspect of this thing. So yeah.
Absolutely. That's a great answer. I mean, the people around you, the support that you have, that's vital. Yeah. So I agree with you. Well, hey, we appreciate having you here.
Anytime.
It's been awesome. Thank you so much for your time. This is Rob here with GUDFELLA, checking in on the launch pad here with Moonlanding at Decadence, Arizona. Take it easy, y'all.
Later.